Today we're travelling on the Taiwan High Speed Rail, one of the fastest and easiest ways to get between cities like Taipei, Taichung and Tainan. In this Taiwan video we're going to show you exactly what the experience is like, from buying tickets to how comfy the seats are to whether it's actually worth it and much more. So if you're planning a trip to Taiwan and want to make things simple, this is the video for you. Let's get started. Taiwan has one of the easiest railway systems in Asia. Whether you're moving between major cities or exploring the Taiwan East Coast, chances are you'll spend a fair bit of time on these trains. Today, we're testing every major type, from local TRA trains to the famous Taiwan High Speed Rail, to find out which one's best for your trip. We'll show you how to book tickets, what the trains are actually like on board, and a few Taiwan travel tips we wish we'd known before travelling.
I'm really loving the trains on the East Coast. So this is a local train. The seats are quite comfortable. The train looks pretty new and you've got a fair bit of leg room here. The seats recline a little bit. You've got tray tables. You've got some pocket space. You've also got some drink holders here, which is quite handy. Behind the tray table, there's quite a bit of information that's quite useful, including the location of toilets, of storage, and there's also USB and charging points under your seats. Unfortunately, there's no Wi-Fi on the trains though. But who needs Wi-Fi when you've got these amazing views? There's also hooks where you can put your coat or bags, and each of the windows has shades.
So there's also reading lights above the seat so you can get some work done.
So you can see at the end of each car there's information screens, also where the toilets are, and that it's a non-smoking train. Some carriages are reserved and some are unreserved. There's plenty of storage compartments, both at the end of as well as above your seats. I like the glass doors. It's a bit more modern. So we've got men's toilets. This is what the toilet looks like. It's quite well presented. There's a bin for you to put your trash in. There is a space for wheelchair users as well. And there is a breastfeeding room, which looks like this. So they've got a couple of carriages that have a bit more space. 3 seats to a row, which is quite nice. Looks quite premium. Business class seats have a fair bit of leg room. They've got drink holders. Got coat holders, blinds, and tray table. I really like that you don't have to touch the door, it just automatically opens when it senses that you're near it. So that's pretty cool. And there's a lot of information on the train in Braille as well, which is quite handy. So I've just noticed this pedal down here. And if you press it, the seat pivots all the way around. So it's pretty cool, these seats turn around. How fancy is that? Very nice. And I'm really interested to know how new these trains are, because they just smell really fresh.
Not every train on TRA Taiwan's network looks the same. This next service is a bit older, but it still has the same essentials such as toilets, storage, charging and accessible facilities. The main difference you'll notice is the finish in the seats, which is something we'll let you judge for yourself.
This is the East Coast train and we're going from Taitung to Hualien. So it looks like a bit of an older train to what we've had previously, but still very nice. This is the economy class, quite spacious. You can see there's ample room for storage above. There are some seats with fixed tables. So we've got vending machines here, a number of drinks available in the vending machine, and drinks are around $20 each. The train I'm in at the moment is an 8-car train. It's a bit of an older style train, but it is very well designed. It has functionality for people that are English speakers and from Western countries, and it's got the Western style toilets, but it also has things in Chinese and for Chinese preferences, so the squat style toilets. They've got a lot of functionality for all types of users. So they've got information in braille, they've got disability toilets, they've got wheelchair accessible spots, they've also got breastfeeding rooms as well as urinals for the men. So it's really well planned out. It's got a lot of space. I like that they've got some seating that's for 4 people to sit around a fixed table, as well as seats where you can adjust the seating, and you've got tray tables and some footrests as well. So the only thing about this train is there's not a lot of charging points and there's no Wi-Fi on this train.
After exploring the East Coast by conventional rail, it was time to try the Taiwan High Speed Rail. But it's worth knowing up front, the HSR only runs along the West Coast, connecting major cities like Taipei, Taichung, Tainan and Kaohsiung. If you're heading to the East Coast, to places like Hualien or Taitung, you'll need a local TRA Taiwan train, which is exactly what we were just on. Most travellers end up using both when traversing the entire island. So we're at the platform now in Taipei HSR Station, and we're going to try our first high-speed rail in Taiwan. So we're pretty excited about that. We're going to Taichung, and the whole process is pretty straightforward. So we booked online, it was all very easy. And then when you arrive at the station, you just need to print out your tickets, and there are automated vending machines as well. So very easy, so straightforward. And if you are a foreigner and you go into Klook, you can get buy one, get one free tickets. So that's a little hot tip for you.
Just love how orderly everything is. So the trains come 5 minutes before their scheduled departure. Everything's marked out for you, so you line up orderly. And then when the train arrives, you get on board.
Before we show you what it's like on board, here's exactly how to book a ticket, because the process is genuinely one of the easiest we've come across. Behind me is a fare table, so it gives you all the various fares in all the combinations of destinations that you can choose from. So it's really helpful. And it also has that triangle there behind me, which map up from the outgoing to the incoming station. So you can work out your fare exactly, and it does it for business class as well as standard. So I think it's really helpful, and you can also find this table on the website. The process to get a ticket for the HSR is so easy. So I'm going to walk you through it right now. You can just go to a ticket vending machine. You can choose English.
Welcome. Please make a selection.
So it talks you through it. I've gone with a reserve seat, one way,
Please select
and
your departure
today
station.
I'm in Taichung right now,
Please select your destination.
and I'm going to go to Tainan,
Please select the number of passengers.
and myself and Jay,
Confirm when finished.
and then confirm.
Please select train number and class type.
Yeah, so you can choose what time it is, standard or business. So business is going to be a fair bit more expensive. Standard in this
Please
instance,
confirm your trip details.
so that's $1,300 for the both of us, but I'll go back. Okay, so I've just gone back. I'm going to choose business.
Please confirm your trip details.
So you can see it's a couple hundred more to do business. So I imagine business is going to be a little bit more fancy, a bit more legroom, etc. But you don't really need it. One more thing, there is also non-reserved seating.
Please be aware that non-reserved seat tickets are only valid for travel today.
In this instance, it's going to be $20 cheaper. For non-reserved seating, you can choose any train as long as there are seats available. It might be slightly cheaper, but you run the risk of not being able to get on a train for a while. Now, we're traveling during the Lunar New Year period, so we're not going to take that risk. If you prefer to talk to a real person, there are ticket stores where you can purchase your tickets. It's also helpful if you want to change your tickets to be a sooner train or a later train. You're able to change your train up to half an hour before the train departs. So I did that today and it was all very straightforward.
We found booking online really straightforward, and reserving a seat gave us peace of mind, especially since we were travelling over Lunar New Year, which is one of the busiest periods on the network. If you're a foreign visitor, booking through Klook can get you a buy one get one free ticket deal. We put the link in the description below, and it's a handy saving if you're planning to use the HSR Taiwan network.
So to find your seat, first we need to find your carriage number. So our car number is number 9. It's shown right next to the sign at the doors to each carriage. And you can also find it under the tray table here, car 9. And you can see we're next to car 8 and car 10. And then the seat numbers are shown next to the window. So most cars seem to be in the configuration of 3 seats and 2 seats, but the more expensive carriages have a 2-seat configuration. Now in your seats, you've got the tray table, which has a drink holder there as well. You've got a little coat rack area there. You've got a little pocket here with some magazines and shopping. There is a shopping trolley that comes through with tea and coffee and snacks and that sort of thing. The seats do recline a little bit. It looks like these headrest things I think they might get changed pretty regularly. It seems pretty clean here. One handy thing I just noticed is that it has the location of various items that you might want, what car they're in, so that's quite handy.
So the trains are really comfy, so you get plenty of leg room, which is great, and there's heaps of overhead storage, so both our Osprey bags fit really comfortably as well. The only thing that we regret in hindsight is not bringing snacks on board. Everyone seems to have their food ready to go. Yeah, it would have been really nice to eat something on the way.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a little bit of an explore of this high-speed train in Taipei. So I'm really loving all of the leg space here. You've really got a lot of space between the seats. Each of the seats has a tray table. One great thing about trains in Taiwan is that they come with free Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is pretty good. Lots of luggage space there. And then just come through between the cars here. So it's all really clean and pretty modern. The seats recline as well, which is nice. And then you've got information about your train number, your destination, what train carriage it is and stuff, so that's quite useful.
Like the other trains, you've got clean toilets, plenty of storage and accessible facilities throughout.
This is the charging station, so I was a bit surprised that there weren't more chargers around, but yeah, this is what we've got. So it comes with some cords, so that's good. So lightning and then the USB-C. See if it works. My phone seems to be charging. I'm a bit surprised that there aren't more charging areas of the train, but I guess this might be an older train. This is the vending machine. Looks like drinks are between $20 and $30. You're not supposed to take phone calls in the carriages, but in between the carriages, there are areas like this little phone booth that you can go into. So it's not a lot of space, but just enough to stand up. So you can come in here and take your phone call in privacy and not disturb other passengers. There's no smoking on the train, and we see everyone seems to be complying with that.
One thing that caught us off guard, and it's worth knowing before you book, is that most Taiwan HSR stations outside of Taipei aren't actually in the city centre.
So we've just arrived in Taichung. One thing to be mindful of, the HSR station is outside the main part of the city, so you will need another train to get into the centre of the city.
And if you're weighing up whether to take the HSR or a local TRA train on the west coast, both are an option between the major cities. Local trains are roughly half the price, but take around twice as long. So it really comes down to whether you're prioritising your budget or your time. After riding multiple types of trains across Taiwan, we came away genuinely impressed. They were clean, comfortable and easy to navigate. If speed's your preference, the Taiwan HSR is hard to beat. But if you want to go a more relaxed pace and on a tighter budget, Taiwan local trains are the way to go. Honestly, we'd recommend trying both. Wherever your Taiwan vacation takes you, we hope this gives you a good head start on getting there.
We hope you enjoyed our Taiwan travel video about train travel in Taiwan. If you did, be sure to hit that like button and leave us a comment. And we've got plenty more travel videos in Taiwan as well as around the world. So if you want to follow us on our adventures, be sure to subscribe. We are Bucket List Travellers. See you next time.